So, hi everyone, welcome to the channel if you're new. My name's Claire. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. Worked with twin flames for, really it's longer than 10 years, but I've had crystal clear visions for 10 years next year exactly. But yeah, the only people that ever book with me are on the twin flame journey. Fact, every single person. But yeah, there is a bit of a shift in the collective, as in, like, I just feel so many people are going to be needing help. Well, different areas of life, shadow work, inner child healing. And on that note, today especially, like, it's, I'm actually blown away with the amount of synchronicities that I've had that just come. And again, that's all without leaving the house, I might add. Sending some sage your way. Basically, what I'm saying is I can feel it through all my clairs, through all my senses. Oh yeah, that's quite funny because again, like I've kept saying, I'm like, God, I'm not really promoting the, you know, Awaken, Activate and Amplify your clairs, which I'm basically, I was holding space for running it every Thursday, and today's Thursday already. But I did say I didn't foresee anyone was going to be wanting to do it last week or this week. But I don't know, I think there is a chance that, you know, those of you that are listening that might want to do something like that, interactive, basically about your psychic senses and your clairs and stuff with a wee small group of people, then definitely email and let me know, or just book it through the schedule, and then I'll know, yeah, I'll know to hold space for it next week or the week before Christmas. But yeah, if that doesn't go ahead, it's no a big deal to me. I just wanted to put it out there for people, and we'll get that going after Christmas at some point, you know, in the, I don't know. But basically, what I'm trying to say is the energy is extremely intense right now. I'm actually experiencing as if it's already Pisces moon. I always feel Pisces moon very strongly, like, because Pisces is the 12th house, it's the collective energy. Because my Pluto's in Scorpio in the 12th house, particularly because it's at 0 degrees, very potent, it can feel very overwhelming for me. So I hermit more than usual on a Pisces moon. Like, I don't work with clients on a Pisces moon. A lot of the time I won't want to leave the house. I'll be very careful what I'm engaging in or watching online, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Because the reason being is Pisces is beautiful, magical, mystical, very psychic energy. But people's psychic boundaries can be really off, you know. Like, again, I speak about this now and again, but it's so, so important in these times when the telepathy is at an all-time high. And so basically, those of you that have been used to this for a while, you're used to it. But there's many people that aren't used to it, and telepathy is so strong right now that, you know, you've got to be mindful that, you know, it can be almost intrusive if you are feeling so much from others. So, you know, not everybody's wanting you to sort of call out their innermost thoughts. So, so basically, if you do work like what I do on here, this is general energy, it's collective. If I happen to be picking up on you individually, well, that's just the luck of the draw, you know what I mean? And if you're watching it, you must have been watching to, you know, to get the help, or unless you're one of the nosy fuckers out there to be blunt. But it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's either way, why are you watching it, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, that's just for a small select handful of people. But it's kind of like, you know, you're watching it for a reason, kind of thing. But um yeah, be very mindful of your energetic boundaries. But just, I feel I'm more saying that to those of you that I don't feel other people are going to be, you know, like, I feel there's a lot of messy energy out there. And again, I did say Mercury retrograde Sagittarius, it's going to be quite entertaining but a bit outrageous. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing people, yeah, I'm just seeing it. I'm seeing it and I'm feeling it. So, and then what's quite interesting is with the load of, like, sort of synchronicities I've had today, um, and again, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've basically got fuck all done today, but that's obviously what my guides wanted me to do, like, just to rest. And it does make sense because I poured out so much energy over the weekend on the Sunday there doing all the signs. Um, and it's, so please, you know, again, it's like, go and watch them. If you resonate with my stuff, don't be put off by, oh, this is Libra, this is Aries, this is Taurus. Like, any of those messages could be anywhere for you. Again, it's one of the reasons why I don't really like to do star sign readings, because it limits people watching it, opposed to if it just had a title. And I'm not the best at titles anyway. But yeah, just very intense energy. A lot of inner child stuff is what I'm feeling. So when I picked up the inner child cards, which is mainly what I'm going to use, I don't know how long this video is going to be. And it's really funny I'm noticing what's happened here. This room's fucking boiling because I put the heater on hours ago and forgot about it and shut the door. So when I've opened it, it's like an oven in here now, opposed to it being freezing. So it's kind of making me kind of tetchy, not wanting to be in here. But I think because, oh yeah, I didn't give them intro. Everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy. So basically, they've created those circumstances so that I'm feeling a bit flustered, and it's working. I'm wanting to get the fuck out of this room. So you might be feeling like it's getting hot in the kitchen. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, whatever that saying is. But it's because Mars is stationing retrograde. So tomorrow it will already. Well, I think tonight at some point it'll be retrograde. But I think the last time I looked, it isn't retrograde yet. Wait a minute, I'm just going to look. No, it's tomorrow, because I keep thinking today's the 6th, but it's the 5th today. But basically, yeah, what blew my mind last night was when I couldn't, honestly, that was driving me nuts. I just couldn't sleep. I was feeling, the Twinflame collective especially, but the collective energy in general. And like I said, I've seen and spoke to twin flames that are going through a lot of inner child stuff. That's been going on a while. But and then also with personal clients, and like I said, I started saying that, but I got distracted after already getting a lot of different synchronicities about inner child stuff, along with the cards from last night, which I'm actually going to read out because they're virtual. I'm going to read them out on here. Like, I then, anonymously got an email from a client expressing the same thing, just feeling a lot of anger coming up from childhood. So I'm just letting you all know that it's a lot of you are really going through a lot of the same stuff. So, hopefully, particularly if you're the masculine, whether you're male or female. And I feel if you're a feminine, you're not going through that. It's because you already went through it. Again, I already moved through this a couple of years ago. And I'm not saying that to trigger anyone. I know it's going to be like, well, fuck you, good for you. But I'm actually saying that to empathize. I know how rough it is. It gets really, really, yeah, it can be pretty dark and scary and rough, and a lot of epiphanies. And so again, but that's what I'm here for, to be of service for. I'm putting out the free work every day, and I'm here if you want a session one-to-one, where I'm obviously going to be able to give you more one-to-one attention. But yeah, they're pulling me. A certain darkness is needed to see stars. So when I picked up their tail cards, I picked up that by accident, but as we know, it won't be an accident. The angels are working behind the scenes to make this relationship flourish. So have faith. So even if that bit doesn't apply, if you're not a twin flame or whatever, just have faith of whatever it is you're frustrated about. Let's get a wee scripture. But yeah, it's just, I got up late because I couldn't get to sleep till late. I was almost going to get up and start eating and reading and stuff like that, because reading isn't like reading a book, but I get a bit bored of that. I end up just watching a video, but then videos can keep you awake, you see. But anyway, there's just a lot of energy going on in the collective. And again, we are an Aquarius moon, so that's making the mind race, along with the Mercury retrograde, which is Mercury rules the mind, making your mind race. It's quite heavy. So again, they're pulling me to go pineapple. So again, yeah, they're saying there are reconciliations, unions incoming or already happening. This is a lot of the reason why a lot of you can't sleep at night. You and your twin are both feeling each other, and it's intense. And then again, if you're like me and you feel collective stuff, you're feeling that all going on for everyone else. So, but again, it blew my mind when I pulled those cards last night, and it was inner child and mother and father. I mean, you just can't make that shit up. In that virtual deck, those are the only two cards about anything related to inner child or family. There might be another one about family lineage or something like that, but I haven't seen, basically I haven't seen it, you know what I mean? So yeah, and again, it is on point. It's quite funny, although it's an app. It is just totally that. Because I've used app like that. I actually bought loads of those apps 10 years ago. When the Hay House had such a thing. I'm sure they still exist, but when I changed phones, I didn't download them again. So I really, technically speaking, I should be able to, but I've only got that on my phone. But the Lord comforts his people and will have compassion on his afflicted ones. I think I might have another one too, but I prefer physical. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. So, right, let's see what's going on. I don't know where the book is for this, but I'll pause it anyway because I'm needing to make my tea. Like I said, the whole day's just, oh, there it is. I've got the book. The whole day's just kind of ran away with itself because I'm not getting up till late. And then the light's going, I'm really not liking it, so I need to sort that out. So I don't know if some of you are doing that too. That's what I meant about, I don't mind about staying up late, getting up late, because when I have got clients, they're on American time usually anyway, or thereabouts. I've got some of you that are in the UK, but most of my clients are in America, or other places in the world. So it doesn't really matter. But what is mattering is, like I say, I don't like when I'm completely missing the daylight, you know. I'm not completely missing it, but it's... Today it was near enough that, I'll be honest, because I really couldn't sleep last night. So anyway, can you just give us a card for the feminine collective that's strongest right now that need a message? And that'll be the masculine's feelings, feminine side as well. And then we'll get one for the... Oh, there's a card that shouldn't be in here, but that will be meant to be. For the feminine... Run wild. Let your inner child run forth. So yes, let your inner child run free, have fun. I feel that's because, like I said, for the majority of feminines, you've already moved through this and you're holding space for your masculines and you're holding space for other people that you're helping, whether it's a collective of people or clients or those around you that you love that aren't, you know what I mean, that you can see going through stuff. Because like I said, there's people that aren't twin flames that are going through this right now. Like, I am witnessing it and I'm feeling it. It's like what I've been warning you about for ages. Like, you know, we are in a dark night of the soul for the whole collective. So those of you that have already integrated your shadow and you're in mostly quite a peaceful place, it doesn't mean, you know, you might have a bad day here and there. It's you're being guided to really, really protect your energy. And yeah, just be aware that, like I keep saying, the projection is... I've never seen so much projection in my life. It is like, yeah, although I've been getting warnings about this and warning others as a way shower for ages, it's so real. Like, so, God, I could just find myself spending even more time alone than what I already do, because it's, yeah, like I keep saying, I'm just very aware as well that Christmas this year is a Scorpio moon. Which is not the best to have, you know. If it really just depends. Like, again, my Christmases are always really quiet. They're either literally just I'm myself, or I'll spend a bit of time with my mum and dad, because my sister and her boyfriend, the kids and that, like to do different stuff anyway, and then we just, you know, I'll see them like before or after, but not directly on it. But the thing is yeah, like, because I even said that to them about doing stuff of their own. I was like, that, you know, and although, like, you know, people around me can fucking roll their eyes when I talk about astrology, I think my nearest and dearest did actually take that on board. But it's like we're almost building up to that, you know. This Christmas is going to be difficult. If you've got, put it this way, if you've got beef with your nearest and dearest, whether it be friends, family, or a bit of all of it, this could be a nasty Christmas. I'm sorry to say, but I'm just giving you the brutal truth. Like, I've got Scorpio rising conjunct Pluto. You know, I'm not going to mince my words here. It's like, I'm not going to mince my words, but also I've got Mercury in Taurus, which is the opposite of Scorpio. So I'm here to give a grounded, relatable perspective that if you already experienced shit at Christmas, this could be like one for the books, but not in a good way. So if you want to swerve it, there's your warning. Don't say I didn't warn you, people. Especially because we'll still be in the shadow of the Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde ends on the 15th, along with the explosive, don't know why I'm saying that, but hopefully that's because fireworks for Twin Flames. But the full moon in Gemini, very opinionated, but it's like, you know, it's about communication and expressing yourself, and you should express yourself, but on a full moon it's going to be pretty wow. With a lot of people giving a lot of different opinions, and then coming out of Mercury retrograde again, that's going to be nuts on that day, and then you've got the shadow of it going into the Christmas period. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be nuts. The masculine, Emotions are the reflection, look for the deeper meaning. So written like, look, as it looks, as 29th of December 2912 could be a significant date here for someone or someone's birthday. But it's like right now in December, what are your emotions trying to tell you? I feel as a message there. What's on the bottom? Review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. So that kind of feels like, wow, that kind of feels like what came out, shit, like only yesterday and the other day. It's like 10 of Wands, 10 of Burdens energy. Like, whose stuff have you been taking on? Look, 28th and 29th of December could be significant. But I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I do want my cup of tea, but I'm gonna pause this. Right, I thought that was random because it's like, I could wait to drink my tea after. But to be fair, I think I was a bit dehydrated because I feel like a fucking fart in a trance. Honestly, I'm like, that's why I'm saying sorry, natal Pisces moods, but that's why I'm feeling like it's a Pisces mood already. I'm just in a bit of a daydream, and I feel that's where they want me to be. So I'm just sharing that if you're finding that too. Prove them wrong. So I think they just got me to go and get my tea, right? Drink my tea because there's no place for me to put it down. I've left it in the hall, so that I went past that in the hall. Prove them wrong. So I think there's something that is like your guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones, spirit are like, prove them wrong. All the people that are speaking shit about you, prove them wrong. Don't know who that's for, but it'll make sense. Guys, when I say to you it is fucking bothering here, I'm not kidding. I've opened my windows and this is unbearable. So this is definitely part of the message. Like, it's just getting, because that one's like feeling like 10 of Wands to me. It's like, this is just too much. Right, I'm gonna quickly read what I put in the community tab because somebody could find this later and it will really be speaking to you, but you might not be able to find it in the community tab. So again, it was 3:20 in the morning my time and I couldn't sleep and I was cracking up. So I was like, right, I'm gonna pull cards on that app. Someone will need a message. So I usually say, like, give me the message for the Divine Feminine, give me the message for the Divine Masculine. And yeah, I was blown away because the first one for the Divine Feminine was Inner Child, and then the one for the Divine Masculine was Mother Father, right? So whether you're predominantly Divine Feminine or Masculine, it might resonate with you strong, it might not, but just remember you've got both. So that's what interested me, is that collectively there's inner child healing going on right now. So because of that, and because I am Divine Feminine, I listened to the very first inner child soul retrieval I ever put on YouTube. So I did post it in the community tab. If you've done it before, maybe there's something coming up for you that you need, healing with. You could, again, because it's not wise to watch my journeys like every night. And again, some people do, by the way, and I try to say all the time, like, don't, because you'll end up crying all the time, not able to get on with stuff because you're trying to integrate too much too soon. Like, pick one that fits what you're needing, identify what you need, pick one that suits your needs. Or if it's more extreme, or not even more extreme, you just need more of a energetic hand holding and you need somebody to talk about this stuff, book a session with me and you can get what you need. Because I need to say that, because some of you do need that, like, it's with me or with someone you trust, so it's up to you. But if you're watching only the free stuff, just pick one, watch it, let the energy integrate for 3 weeks, and then watch another one. Don't watch loads and loads and loads. It's not good to do that. Right. So I'm going to read this. The inner child holds the answers to what you're dealing with right now. Something happened in the past that requires resolving. Did you know that your relationship with your caretakers as a child profoundly influences your adult relationships? Note how mother-father came up too. That's nuts. Because the chances of that happening are very slim. So that really means it's a very strong message, because that could have been any card in that deck that came up. This is how human beings learn how to be in relationships and what to expect from their partners when they themselves grow up. Many adults have inner child wounds. The inner child is a healthy state, deals with innocence, creativity, playfulness. So how have you been feeling lately? The inner child can often be scared of too much responsibility. Wow, matching that card. Fear that others will take their love away if they do something wrong, like others are angry with them, or like no one is paying attention to their needs for safety, care and fun. When the inner child's upset, you will notice unconscious self-sabotage, irrational behaviours and strong emotions coming to the fore. Talk to your inner child. There's something unresolved here. Another aspect to this message is your twin soul's inner child could be the one hurting. Now, because we got inner child and mother-father, that's a very strong sign that if you are feeling your twin really going through some deep inner child stuff, this is your confirmation of it. Or like I said, it's you going through it. But I know from working with clients that this is what my clients are going through. Again, love you clients out there. Stay anonymous if you don't. Well, again, we've not got the comments on, so nobody knows who that is. In some way, this situation revolves around the inner child aspect, the innocent part of you and your twin soul. There are unhealed wounds, misunderstandings. Again, a lot of the misunderstandings between anyone in life, not just twin flames, do come from things you've observed growing up from others around you, whether it be your own family or things in the wider world. Bad examples, So bad and good examples, but that's a fact. Go through your inner child and your twins and find out what their needs are at this time. So again, you could do an inner child soul retrieval of mine, and you could ask what's going on with your own inner child and your twin flames inner child, or you could also again, they get me set for a reason. You could also book a personal session with me, and I can help you through that, because this is very. I don't care what age you are. I don't care how much therapy you've had, how much healing you've had. We all have fragile inner child, and it's why I've said before, people should be more mindful of that when they are talking to other people that are doing healing work for others. And again, I know for once, like nothing has happened to me of late, but I'm speaking from past tense, where when people can take their own stuff out on me, project their own pain out onto me. It's not easy, it's not easy to be people's emotional punching bag. But again, I take it better than most because I just know what I'm here to do for people. But we all do need to take personal responsibility for our own stuff. Like I've said before, there's a lot of this astrology can make for a lot of messy emotions out there. So, if you can pay attention to that with your own stuff and your own trauma, it is wise. But by going inwards and really looking at these deeper emotions. Right, so this is the masculine one, but again, this can be however it's made sense. And look at how beautiful the picture is. Look, the two twin flames holding hands. Dear one, what has been bothering you recently has to do with the dynamic you had with mother, father, or other caregivers as a child. Look at your situation with fresh perspective. Can you see it? Who in your life are you reenacting this dynamic with? So that's so important, because this is fascinating, because I was actually talking about this with a client not too long ago, because it's like, again, that's part of my gift, is being able to see clearly what you can. And that's how I'm able to help you in the session. That, and again, because this is anonymous, and this was a few weeks ago, like, as I was talking to the person, they realised that what they were angry about with the person in their life was stemming back to childhood. And that's what I was talking about. You're reenacting something from a parent with either your lover or your friend or somebody close to you. And it's very common that when you've got a therapist, you reenact, you can get angry at your therapist. Like, I have to explain that to my therapy clients all the time, because I might think, what the fuck is going on? Why do I feel like this? But that can happen with just anyone, because a lot of you look to me as supporting you with your healing, So again, like I said, that's a draining part of being like this, but it is a thing, especially because I've got Gemini and Chiron in the 7th house, and that is about, integrating the shadow. So when I'm helping you integrating your shadow, you can get, it can all get a bit mixed up. So it's very common in therapy for that to happen, that you project stuff. It's so that you can work it out, though. So when you're with the right person can handle it. But again, like I said, within reason, it's like, that's why you have to be responsible for, like, you know what I mean? Like, again, I don't feel I need to say that majority of people, but yeah, it's like, you can't abuse people, do you know what I mean? You can't, like, shout at them and swear at them and that, but certain amounts of anger coming up, when someone's expressing themselves about something from the past, is absolutely a thing. Look at your situation with fresh perspective. Can you see it? Who in your life are you reenacting this dynamic with? What wound from back then is calling out for healing? Acknowledge the pattern and allow yourself to return to the true source of the heart. See you're wiser and older now. See you're safe. See you're a child of light and infinite soul. Your soul has been pushing you to acknowledge the old wounds so that you can step out the relationship of dysfunction and open up to radiant love that truly exists between. The obvious one, as well as any masculine, female or male out there, that you're with, like an abusive karmic partner on any level, that you could be reenacting something that you saw when you were younger. You know, it doesn't necessarily need to be with your direct family, but you saw something that you, this could even be in films and stuff like this, but but obviously I'm just generalizing, that can be like with close around you too, from what I do with people in personal sessions. Up to the radiant love that truly exists between you and your twin soul. Visualize divine love permeating your whole being and the whole situation with pink light to heal it. You deserve unconditional love. You were made for unconditional love. That is the kind of love you share with your twin soul. But your human experiences have caused disruptions in your being that are expressing themselves between you now. Stay aware of these patterns so in the future, when elements of this crop up, because this is some of the deepest programming in your system, you can take higher perspective. And again, that's what I'm here to do. Deprogram, untangle all the fuckery, all the matrix programming that has made you feel unworthy of who you want, what you want, being successful. You know, it's all these horrible programmings that men and women have. Please allow the light of divine love to dissolve old hurts and heal you so you can step into your natural state of love again. Because what it's really about is why, like, a huge, vast majority of people don't actually go for their dreams, like, in a big way. Because they know that when you do go for your dreams in a big way, sadly, some of your closest people around you, your closest circle, can turn on you because they're like, who the fuck do you think you are? Do you know what I mean? Like that kind, either you've got fucking people that actually say that. Like, I know some people that would actually say that to people, but you've actually, or it's very covert and it's just that feeling of, oh, you're doing something different, who do you think you are? That is the horrible thing about humanity, but that is what we're leaving that's what we're leaving behind. Remember the card from yesterday, leave the world, leave your fears behind. It's sitting here. Leave the world behind. I know that's the name of that horrible documentary, but leave your fears behind in that world with those people that want to stay negative and bitching and gossiping about people. They are stopping this relationship from blossoming. So it's like, and I feel in that case, it's a relationship to yourself. Do you want to stay in that energy or do you want to move forward? Because I know where I am already. It's time to celebrate. Yeah, exactly. New Earth. See, because before I read these inner child cards, I just want to. And I'm also getting, my phone's on silent, but I've had like 2 or 3 texts as I've been talking. So I really do feel, you know, there's communication picking up here between twins is what I'm feeling there. Again, it doesn't matter who's texting me, I always just, because it's not, well, as if I'm going to tell you, well, he can't, he doesn't know my number. So, sorry to laugh, that's quite funny, it's the fucking truth though. But no, that's my friend. Right, so arise, but again, that doesn't matter. We don't let things like that stop twin flames, you know what I mean? The twin flames can meet each other in all different miraculous types of way. We're telepathic, just pick up the telepathic line, twin, if you want to talk to me. Know and flow as the love you are. Bliss, yeah, keep doing your thing, right? Divine cosmic mother, but protect your energy. Oh, look at that, that's so beautiful, because I channeled that when I pulled those cards. I didn't write much, but I did write you're loved, you're special, something like that. And that says you're loved. And I also did say that to someone today too. That's quite funny. You're safe, rest now, sleep well. Right, there we go. That's really just clarifying for me that all this extra sleep I'm getting is meant to be. But remember, I did say, like, because of that Antares portal it's very new earth frequency. And again, you won't see loads of people saying that. I haven't. I did today. But again, I was saying that a few days ago, and I went, oh, look, there's someone else saying it. But it's because it was people that are like me that are picking up on the new earth frequency in a big way, because I didn't even really see, you know, I didn't see, like, you know, astrologers calling it an Antares portal or that, but it's because these things just come to me as downloads. But it's because I am the Antares portal, do you know what I mean? That is my degree. So it makes sense that I've just been fucking blasted with these light codes and I'm exhausted. So I'm just, it's like, put it this way, right? I slept so late yesterday, I said it on the video, right? Then I got up late at 8, I watched a bit of telly, and I didn't even know what time it was, but I assumed it must have been really late, right? I turned the telly off, watched a bit of I'm a Celeb from the night before, turned it off, you know, turned the light off and that, and I was like, shit, it's only 10:30. That doesn't make logical sense when I'd slept late, meaning that I would be up wide awake. But I just went to sleep because I thought, well, fuck, I must need it to integrate it. And then I did wake up, and then that's why I woke up at 3 in the morning, to be fair, because I think I fell asleep for an hour and woke up. But the point is, we're needing a lot of sleep to integrate. So, and then I've pulled expression, and there we go, because we're leading up to the full moon in Gemini about expressing yourself. Authentic expression, words are powerful, truth. Yeah, there's a lot of truth coming to light. Ellen of the ways, attuned to nature's signs, find your way, follow your heart. This is all about you finding your own way and following your own heart. protecting your energy and amongst all of that. Right. Oh, God, I can't really be arsed reading all of these. Right, I'm going to read the 12 one. So this was the Divine Masculine's one, but it can be for feminine or masculine. Emotions can indicate how an event is affecting your inner child. When you experience an unusually intense emotional response to a present situation, it may be a sign that an aspect of your inner child is hurting. Right, oh my God, that is fitting with the virtual one I just read. So total confirmation for some of you. And again, I have had the clarity from this, from signs and synchronicities around me, but I've also had the clarity from people I'm working closely with just now. So since your inner child can carry many different wounds from childhood into the present moments as an adult, when intense emotions do arise, it's good to take a moment to sit with them and with your hurting inner child. And yeah, of course, that's a polite way of saying what I said. Don't get messy with it. Like, make sure you know where to unpack that stuff, like privately in a safe space, either on your own or with a therapist or a healer. Rather than because it could get messy otherwise. It's like I just feel that's when people get into arguments and all that kind of stuff. And again, Mercury retrograde, that's how that happens too. Find a space where you can focus on your feelings and try identify the sensations you're currently feeling. Ask yourself if there's a connection between how you feel now and your childhood. Listen to your intuition and become curious about what you're experiencing. Follow the trail of emotions forward, continuing to ask your questions about where the root of these emotions might lie. Ask yourself if there's anything you can do to help heal this old wounding in the present moment. Have patience with yourself in this process and put this exercise aside if it becomes too overwhelming. Quite interesting, they only usually show me things to do with the after series of films in a Scorpio moon, as we know, and it's usually when it's spicy stuff, or codependency. But and that could still be relevant. There could be some spicy Kundalini energy going about. Well, I definitely know there is. I feel that's why people can't sleep as well. But I've got again. That's I think I've had 4 It'll be the same person chatting about forwards, like, but it's basically, it's basically what oh wait a minute, I need to just pull back what I was getting there. Yeah, what did I say? Spicy or all these things are relevant. Codependency. So people could be. I feel with what's come up in this, it's people releasing very codependent family dynamics. So whether that's somebody you've got a family with yourself, or whether it's older family, or siblings and cousins and whatever the hell's going on here, or like codependent friends. Because again, like, I think we've all had times in life where either you're a friend that's too involved in your friend's life, or your friend's getting too involved in your life. It's just, it's nobody's fault as such. It's just, you're just so enmeshed in each other's lives. You need, again, I know in my life that's like one of the best things that could ever happen for me or people around me was for us to part ways, because it was just too entangled, you know what I mean? But the sad thing is that I'll know that some people that I'm no friends anymore will still be like that with other people around them, and when you wake up, when you truly wake up, you're like, shit, I can't believe, like, because it blocks other things, like being so enmeshed with friends like that can actually block you from having like the love of your life, or like your own family, or because you're too busy partying, distracting yourself, and before you know it, you wake up and you're like, shit, like, why haven't I got the things that other people have got? Because you were too busy like being distracted by other people. That I especially see that when people are different ages, like I don't know what I'm picking up on here, but it feels like quite selfish people, because it's like, especially people have already got things that you maybe haven't, like, I don't know, like kids, or reach certain goals and jobs. These people would be less likely to be bothered about the things that you are, and so you've got to make sure you're not kind of falling into shit like that as well. So right, okay, so yeah, again, it's just when they're giving me different things for different people. Is this current emotion attached to something deeper inside of you? Ask yourself how it feels to understand the deeper meaning of your emotions. So whether you have got difficult emotions coming up towards a twin flame, think about how those emotions are triggering things from childhood. And again, you might not be able to work that out yourself, guys. That's why I stress all the time how much people need therapy. Twin flames need therapy. That's why my package is twin flame therapy. And like I said, I know that I'm getting more and more people that are going to be needing that. I'm working with someone just now, and I just feel I'm going to have more as we go into the new year. And which is great to have more work, but it's sad that there's more people, going through this. So I'm praying for you. But it's talk therapy works. You just got to find the right person you trust. We better read 29 to make it fair. So for the divine feminine, but it's also divine masculine feminine side. There's a wild aspect to being a child of sort of carefree naivety partnered with an intense connection to our senses. Children feel things more deeply and experience the world more through their bodies than through their minds. They have little care for how things are supposed to be. While this is obviously not a place that we can continually reside as adults, there's a magic to be had in connecting with this mindset again. And it's talking about look at how weird that I said about messy emotions, because this is talking about getting messy in a different way. One of the best ways to be wild is to be messy, but again, not messy with your trauma, your emotions, messy with playing with paint. Point that out. Go barefoot in the mud, play outside in the rain, finger paint, splatter paint, or even body paint. Get a group of friends together and have a water balloon fight. Be the most unapologetically unproductive you can while doing something playful with your body. Find pleasure in this wild abandonment and let go the notion that you're supposed to act a certain way as an adult. Your inner child will be delighted and thrilled and run wild again. Again, it did come to me as well, but it's kind of like, that's talking about sex too. But sex with the right person, playing and safe, is very different from messy emotions, trauma. People, that's how you get in codependent things. When someone's like, oh yeah, I'm totally cool. We can just hook up and sleep together whenever. But like secretly I'm in love with you. And then and sometimes you've got situations where two people feel like that and you're not telling each other, and it's like, oh well, because now I think I'm seeing a program where it's like that. I think I'm seeing all these programs from like my teenage years, but I don't know, probably an episode of Friends or I'm seeing Friends, New Girl, all of these, but there's one in particular, but I can't think what it is. But it's actually, the film The Breakup would be a good example. They actually both are still in love with each other, but they try and one up each other instead of having a proper genuine conversation where they're not in their ego, and then they end up going their certain ways. And then I love that film because at the end they meet at the end, and you're meant to wonder, did they get back together or not? I always think that they did, but so there could be something like that going on, and maybe the immaturity that the two of you are displaying. If that's, I feel whoever I'm speaking to, that's the case, or that you have in the past, or that one person is. It's because of what you've seen. You're literally just acting out what you've seen. So just be the more mature one, but and have the conversation. So I'm going to read this one now. Taking responsibility is binary in nature, and like a coin, there will always be two sides to it. Oh, that's quite interesting. I was saying that the two of you could be being immature, or one person. It's you know what I mean, because there's always two sides to one story, or there's three sides. There's your truth, their truth, and there's the truth. If responsibility is not ours to hold, it can be draining and harmful, and again, very harmful. That can happen to people in childhood where there's too much put on your shoulders. On the other side, if the responsibility is ours to hold, it can be very empowering. There are certain aspects of ourselves that only we can be responsible for. Again, and that's why I think that ties into what we're saying about messy emotions. You've got to be responsible for how much you share, and where you share it, kind of thing. Otherwise, we're giving our personal power away. Moreover, if we hold responsibility for another person, it can hinder their growth process, possibly damage your relationship with them. Again, and I think that they get me to say that because it's like we're in a Mercury retrograde. If you use words in the wrong way and you lash out at the wrong people, it's hard to take some of that back. So, words are powerful. I'm obviously picking up on arguments that have already happened or that are in the mix or something. So take some time today to practice responsive journaling, first by asking yourself if you've given away your power by not taking responsibility for something, and second by asking yourself if you're carrying something that does not belong to you. Once you've written down your answers, ask yourself how you can implement change around your relationship responsibility in your life today. It can be equally hard to release responsibilities as it can be to take them up. So be gentle with yourself in this practice and know that it can take some time to accomplish. I felt I was going to get another text and I did. It's because I was asking my friend something, and then because I've started doing this, she'll be wondering why I'm not replying. I'll get back in a minute. Is there anything stopping you from releasing or taking responsibility today? And again, I suppose the answer for a lot of people would be fear. Right, so again, intense energy, so I'm going to tap out of this, but I feel, this totally echoes what I was feeling. Hope, yeah. Don't give up hope, right? Whether it's you or your twin flame or people around you, there's a lot of people struggling right now, right? There's a rainbow coming that you can't see. Yeah, there's a lot of memories. Mercury retrograde's dragging up a lot of memories. Take a risk, venture forward. Some of you need to move forward from where you're stuck, and you have to take responsibility for that. Nobody can do it for you. See you later.